This machine makes waves. It's part of Ray Offman's flood infrastructure research here at the University of Manitoba.
It's moving, it creates different wave heights. We wanted to figure out what effect a different wave height would have on the stability of a sandbag dike.
Offman built this full-scale 5-foot sandbag dike in the university's basement to watch how waves affect dike stability.
This is the start of hour 4, quite a large gap.
When you build a sandbag dike in Winnipeg, if there's a large open area where the wind can travel across, it can produce waves. And when those waves impact the dike, the motions, the repetitive cyclic motion that's hitting the sandbags is going to have some sort of effect.
Waves can cause instability in the front of the dike, drawing sandbags and sand outwards, making them slip forward. This research is part of the University of Manitoba's Civil Engineering Department, headed up by James Blatz, who, since 2001, has been focusing his work on flood infrastructure.
We're protecting millions of dollars of property and people's livelihoods with these structures during these floods. And so they're obviously tremendously important to protecting our infrastructure and for public safety. And so when we started doing research, the first thing we did was try to see, well, what science has been put behind the way that we do design these structures and build them.
Blatz and his team discovered there actually is no science behind it. People build dikes out of sandbags because that's just how it's always been done traditionally. And no formal studies have been done on sandbagging and dike construction.
Now we've had the opportunity to actually do some testing, both on the bags themselves with grass and of course the interfaces that exist, but also in full-scale test facility where we could actually build prototype dikes, monitor what was going on inside them with respect to the movements, with respect to the water, and try and better understand what's really going on scientifically, and then use that to kind of understand how well we're doing in terms of building.
And we're not doing a bad job. This is St. Mary's Road in Winnipeg's 1997 flood. There's no question this 12-foot sandbag dike saved the property, but more information only helps.
The current template for construction you see today is not the one that was used in '97, and it's been altered by the results of the research that I think has benefited everybody and given more confidence into how we use these sandbag structures, but at the same time recognizing that sandbag dikes are always going to be used, so let's do the best we can with what we have. Eh?
Research learned from more large-scale tests.
The students built an 8-foot dike one day in the research facility, and when I came out I discovered that it was actually only 7.5 feet tall, and I asked them, I said, well, why didn't you build it to 8 feet as it was supposed? And they looked and they said, no, it was built to 8 feet. We're absolutely sure of it.
The students did build it 8 feet tall, but sand densifies in water. So dry sandbags and wet sandbags have different heights due to shrinkage.
So that's been a huge finding, and again, it seems just a simple thing, but it's provided a tremendous benefit in terms of making sure that that shrinkage is accounted for in the dike height when it's put in place.
With better designed sandbag dikes, an expanded floodway, and better planning, the City of Winnipeg is well prepared to defend against a flood of 1997 magnitude.
Obviously, we can't control the natural conditions. We have to live with what nature brings us, but we couldn't be better prepared, certainly much better prepared than our colleagues in the South.
For Shaw TV, I'm Laura Raby.